Looking for some holiday gift ideas for the baking and cooking lovers in your life? Well, today we're going to check out some of my favorite kitchen products to help you out. Hi there, foodie friends. My name is Carly and welcome to my channel, Adventures in Yum. Before we get into today's video, if you're new to my channel, I have a passion for learning about creating and trying new foods, drinks, and especially desserts. If you want to join me on my yummy adventures, then please make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so that you'll know when I upload new videos every week. Now, let's get into today's video. If you are interested in seeing some handmade holiday gift ideas, then I've got you covered there too because I have a video coming on that precise subject very soon. And first up on our stocking stuffers and gifts below $25, we have this Wilton Cupcake Decorating Icing Tips 12-piece set. At the moment on Amazon, it sits at $7.69. At the time of recording, it's usually a little bit closer to $10, but it's still a really great price. It comes with 4 tips and 8 piping bags. So this is a really great set for someone who wants to kind of start decorating a little bit, but doesn't necessarily want to commit to buying a whole bunch of tips and piping bags and all that kind of stuff. They just want to start out and try it. So I love this kit because it has a Wilton 1M piping tip, and that is probably my favorite tip. It's a type of star tip that you can do so many different things with. That's the one on the bottom right here, and you'll see me using that one a lot just because it's my favorite one. Another type of tip that they include right here is a Wilton 4B piping tip, which is another type of star tip, just a little bit different as you can see. And also a 2D tip is another type of star tip that you can also see that's a little bit different right there. And it also includes a Wilton 2A piping tip that is a round tip that you can do a lot of different stuff with. I use Wilton 1A or 2A for a whole bunch of different stuff, including when I pipe a ring of buttercream around the perimeter of my cakes and then I fill it in the center. This is the type of tip that I would use for that, either this one or 1A. So if you know someone who really wants to start decorating a little bit, this is a great pack because of these tips right here. It has a nice little variety and you can do a lot of different stuff with them. Up next, we have Wilton Icing Colors 12-piece gel food coloring set because what would cupcakes and cakes and all that kind of fun stuff be without some fun colors? So at the moment of recording, this sits at $12.79. There is also a 8-count option that just has a few less. That one sits at $11.49 at the moment of recording. So these are just some really, really nice colors. I love gel colors because they're more concentrated. If you want to use food coloring type stuff, you want to use the food gels, not food coloring like you'd find at the grocery store because that stuff is watered down. This will help give you a better color without having to use like an entire bottle. So they have some really, really nice variety of colors right here, and it's just a great set to start out with. You can always see what colors you use more of and then go get a little bit bigger bottles of the ones that you use more frequently, especially around Christmas. The red and green, I use a bunch of those, so I definitely have the bigger bottles by now. But this is just a really great variety to start out with and would make a really great gift. And next up, we have these edible coloring markers. These are really great, especially if you don't necessarily want to pipe designs onto something, but you want to draw on them. These are absolutely perfect, and they currently sit at $9.99 on Amazon at the time of recording. This pack comes with a nice, just simple set of basic colors. They also have a really nice set of neon colors, which is really pretty. I actually haven't seen that one until today, so I'm kind of thinking about getting this one myself, but these are just really pretty, a little bit brighter. And also something you might not know is that with the edible markers, sometimes you actually can't draw on like candy melts or chocolate, but with these ones you can't. These are candy melt specific coloring markers. So this is perfect for chocolate covered strawberries. You can draw on the chocolate or the candy melts. And it's just another little fun tool to have in your toolkit. And these are all priced right around the same, right around $10 or so. So these would make a perfect little gift for someone who wants to start adding to their decorating toolkit. And next up, we have a Wilton Cake Decorating Turntable for the people who want to start decorating cakes, but not necessarily commit to getting a whole, range of turntables or whatever have you. This is just a nice, really simple, basic one. I actually also grabbed one for crafting because I do some crafting as well. But this one, you can see they sit at typically about $12 to $15, somewhere in that range. There's this one right here for $8 right now on Amazon. But this is just a really great turntable to start out. Turntable is the reason that you want to get this for someone or even yourself who wants to start decorating cakes is that when you're decorating in one hand and then you need to turn in the other hand, you don't want to have to keep stopping decorating. It's very disruptive and it actually it takes forever if you're just decorating a stationary cake and you have to physically keep turning it yourself. Having a turntable is like the most amazing little tool that you just don't even think about until you're actually using it. So this would make a great gift for someone interested in that. And finally, for our stocking stuffers and gifts below $25, we have this Wilton cake decorating icing spatula set with 3 pieces. Currently on Amazon, as of the time of this recording at least, it's $19.28. And this is a perfect set for someone who's looking to start decorating cakes. Just like the turntable, if you have simple little tools, they kind of add up to have a better experience when making something. So the offset spatula, especially the small one that you see right up here at the top, this is my favorite one that I use for decorating all cake. I just like that it's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit easier to use for myself personally. I also love to use these for, you can also use them to decorate the side of the cake. So you can actually use this as a tool instead of piping to actually decorate something instead of just spreading icing. And it's just a really, really great tool to have on hand. I also use this to spread out candy melts or chocolate when I'm making some type of bark. So it's just a really great set to have on hand that would be a great gift for the holidays. First up for our gifts, $25 to $100, we have the KitchenAid hand mixer. Now this is my color right here. This is ice blue. This is the one that I use in a ton of my videos. At the moment, the buying options are kind of limited for some reason on Amazon. At the moment, it says it's $90, but I definitely did not pay that price for the one I have. This is a 5-speed hand mixer. And so I'll show you this one right here. That is, it's a white version. They have some really, really nice colors. It just seems like ever so often their stock gets a little bit limited and they have less color options available. But when you can find them, they have so many just gorgeous colors to choose from. As you can see right now, typically on Amazon, this will cost $50. This is pretty much the typical price you'll see at any place you can buy them, but right now it is $10 off on Amazon at the time of this recording. So this is definitely a really great item to check out because I use my hand mixer all the time for a huge variety of stuff. Use it for cookies, use it for whipped cream, just whatever you can think of. It is definitely a tool that is super duper handy in the kitchen. Hand mixers save you so much time and save you from just killing your arm with mixing stuff. So this is a great handy dandy tool to have in the kitchen. I can at some point do a comparison of a couple different hand mixers if you guys want, but KitchenAid is the brand that I use and I really, really love it. And this is, like I said, the 5-speed. They have other speeds, but I feel like this is a nice, just simple starting hand mixer. Next up, we have the Dash Mini Waffle Maker Grill Griddle 3-in-1 pack, and it's usually about $40 on Amazon. Currently, it sits at $34.99. This is a really great little 3-pack if you're looking to get someone something, they like to cook, but you don't necessarily know what they have. This is just a cute little set that would be great for especially someone who lives on their own or lives in an apartment. These don't take up very much space. So I love this little set because I actually have the griddle and the waffle maker myself. They did not have this 3-in-1 pack when I first saw them. So definitely have my eye on the little grill because it's adorable. But yeah, there's just a cute little set that would be a great little gift for the holidays. Next up, we have a 3.5 cup food chopper, aka food processor. And usually a typical food processor is going to be closer to probably about 7 cups. I would say about double the size of this one. But this is perfect for storing on your countertop or in your cupboard. It doesn't take up very much space. It's a really, really handy tool. And they have a whole variety of colors down here. This is mine right here that I use in some of my videos, ice blue. I really like that color. So this is just a really great tool to have on hand for a whole variety of tasks. Like whether you're making pestos or chopping candy canes to add to some desserts, a whole range of stuff that you can do with this. And that's definitely a handy kitchen tool to have and a handy kitchen tool to gift to someone. And our final gift idea for this section is Wilton Tilt and Turn Ultra Cake Turntable and Cake Stand. Currently it sits at $56.48 on Amazon at the time of this recording. It's usually a little bit closer to $60 it looks like on here, but this is a really, really great one. I know we did a turntable in the first section, but the reason I wanted to show this one to you is because this is actually the one that I use for decorating all of my cakes. The reason I love this one so much is because it has a variety of things that you can do with it. It's not just a simple turntable. I like the height of it. I like that it's not really low to the counter, so I can actually like put my hand underneath here and not accidentally smack the counter, while I'm trying to turn stuff. And then also the fact it has this tilting feature. I actually don't use this part as much because I get kind of nervous about tilting my cakes, but I do like that I have this feature, and I actually did use it recently to try to add some sprinkles to the side of a cake. So that's a really cool feature. The reason things don't slip off is because of these purple rings right up here. This is actually a no slip kind of feature. So it helps keep your cake stable on there as well. And also, you can't see it, but there's a little latch underneath the turntable top right here that actually locks it into place. So you can turn it, but then you can also lock it into place, which is probably the top reason that I love this cake stand so much. This may not be the most aesthetically pleasing turntable to look at, but I definitely like all of the features included with it, particularly the fact that it can lock into place, because sometimes when you see cake decorators on maybe Instagram or even YouTube, sometimes you're going to see their turntable kind of like moving without them touching it, or moving like while they're trying to pipe something and they have to kind of keep adjusting it. And that's why I like the fact that this one can lock into place, because it helps prevent stuff like that. So if you want to just work in this one section, lock it into place, but then you also have, your one hand still decorating and your one hand that can unlock it and turn it as you need. So that's why I love this one so much. I use this for all of my cake decorating. It is so convenient. You can tell I love it because I keep rambling. But if you know someone or even yourself who wants to start adding more stuff to their cake decorating or dessert decorating toolkit, this turntable is so useful. And I like that it's also really easy just to wipe down everything if you get glitter or frosting or whatever have you. It's also very easy to wipe down. So this is a great gift for the dessert decorating lover out there. Before we check out even more holiday gift ideas, if you're getting value out of this video, then please make sure to hit that like button, click subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified about my latest video. And to kick off our $100 to $250 price range, we have this KitchenAid digital countertop oven with air fry. So this has, I think, 9 different capabilities. I actually bought this one last year to replace the toaster I accidentally set on fire. That's a story for another time, but this one usually sits about $220 on Amazon. Currently, it is $40 off, so we're looking at $179.99. And it's a really great one. I'm actually still kind of testing out its capabilities, but so far I've been very happy with it. And the air fry function is so cool. I knew that we wanted to get an air fryer at some point, but then when I accidentally put the toaster on fire, I figured that it would be best to kind of see if there was one that was combined, and I found this one. I love KitchenAid, so I figured why not. So far I've been very happy with it, and I look forward to continuing to kind of test it out and making different fun stuff with it. And of course, if you don't necessarily want a toaster, but you want to get some type of appliance like this, here is a pressure cooker with air fryer lid. This is Instapot brand, and it has 11-in-1 functions. This is actually one that my sister and her fiance have, and I've seen it in use. It works so well for just a whole variety of different stuff. And it is list price $199.99. But currently it is on sale at the time of this recording for $119.95. That's $80 off, 40% savings. Who doesn't like savings during the holidays? So this is a really great cooker to check out. Of course, if you already have an Instapot, you're like, I don't want to buy another Instapot to have the air fry capability. I found this when I was searching around for things, and it's an Instapot air fryer lid with 6-in-1 capability. And I think that's just really cool. You can just add a different lid to it, and it's going to give you a whole other range of functions for the appliance that you already have. This one is usually about $90 on Amazon, but it's on sale right now for $49.95, which this would make a great gift, especially if you know someone who has an Instapot and they want to make a little upgrade to it with an air fry capability. And finally, we've come to our highest budget section, which is $250 plus. So for this section, we're talking about stand mixers specifically. This one is a KitchenAid Artisan Mini Plus 3.5 quart tilt head stand mixer, and it sits at currently $349.99 on Amazon. So this one is a really good stand mixer. I love KitchenAid for a stand mixer brand because it is a really good quality. Also, another reason is because specifically it has this part right here, which is a section that you can do attachments like this one right here, which is for making pasta. So it's to roll out your pasta. You don't have to have a separate pasta machine or anything like that. You can just attach this to the front of your stand mixer and it becomes a whole other machine in your kitchen. And it also has attachments for, I think, meat grinder and I think ice cream maker and a whole bunch of different stuff that you can do that will turn your stand mixer into not just mixing up stuff, but also also helping you create other things in the kitchen, which I absolutely love. If you can turn one thing into multiple things, it makes it even better. Not only to mention the fact that having a stand mixer is basically like having a kitchen assistant in your home kitchen. While a hand mixer is definitely a very, very handy tool to have in the kitchen, and I use mine all the time, having a stand mixer is like having a personal assistant because it can mix stuff while you're doing other things. You can actually step away from it. You don't have to constantly, have your hand on it like how you have to hold your hand mixer. This one allows you to do multiple things in the kitchen at once, and it was like the most amazing feeling the first time I used one. And I'm actually going to show you right here is the type that I have, which is a 6-quart professional 600 series bull lift stand mixer. Mine is this beautiful onyx black right here. And they have a whole range of buying options for all these different stand mixers. Some of them are apparently $900 on Amazon. Other ones are closer to a little bit below $600. I did not get mine for that price. I actually found this one at Costco for a really, really great price. I think it was actually on sale as well. So if you can find the sales on these, definitely get one when you can, because it is very good quality. And I absolutely love it. It is like, my little best friend in the kitchen. But to give you a couple of budget-friendly ideas for stand mixers, this one is Delish by Dash, a compact stand mixer, 3.5 quart. It usually sits at about $80. Right now it's on sale for $60, so you've got $20 off there. Who doesn't love that? It also comes in a few different really nice colors. That's another reason I love Dash and also KitchenAid, because they have a really beautiful range of colors that can kind of match your personality. They're not just boring plain colors that you choose from. Another type of Dash stand mixer, and this one is a 6-speed 3-quart, and it usually sits at about $50 and currently is $10 off for just about $40. So if you're looking for a great tool in the kitchen, a stand mixer is definitely high on my recommendations list. And if you're not looking to spend as much for the KitchenAid brand, again, I highly recommend KitchenAid because I have a ton of stuff from them and I love everything. It looks like the Dash little stand mixers are actually a pretty good option to start out with if you just want to kind of test it out a little bit. If you're interested in checking out some of the products that I used in this video, then please make sure to check out the video description below for their Amazon links. Thank you so much for joining me today, foodie friends. I'll see you next time for another cheerful, yummy adventure.